Is that Nick Storm with the acne in the bedhead, the Australian? Leon Icon, what was that, a pterodactyl? We'll find out sooner or later. Welcome to the 44th episode of Figure Done Friday. Now, contrary to last week, just kidding, this is the same as last week. This is unfortunately another pre-recorded episode, but doesn't mean we don't have a lot in store. For one, I have a cheeky little special guest with me at Night Shift Customs, my partner in crime, if you will, Sarah. How you going?
Pretty good.
Hell yeah. With the Chumlee shirt, rocking the best fashion sense I've ever seen, in my personal opinion. And me too, honestly. I mean, that's pretty biased of me. But we have a lot of figures to talk about. And the reason I wanted to get Sarah on here, I wanted to get her on an episode eventually, just because I remember, when we first started talking and, when we first started our relationship, I remember dragging her into my hobby and making her watch a lot of wrestling. I think her first match was, I remember showing her like Full Gear with Kenny Omega and John Moxley. It was like the unsanctioned match or something like that. That was like such a fun time. And then, yeah, it was, the ball was rolling from there. Okay. And, she is well aware of my freaking figure habits. Okay. And even is, responsible sometimes. So for one, thank you for that. In advance and for all the past. Anyway, guys, before we get anywhere into this freaking episode, this episode is brought to you by Ringside Collectibles.
Use code ICON.
Wow, what a code. I think is that the best code?
Yeah.
That's very unbiased. Do you hear that take as well, by the way, guys? That's very unbiased take. No, but why we shouldn't gas bag. We should just get right into this freaking episode. Starting off with the news for the week, guys. Freaking, of course, go over to Ringside Collectibles, use code ICON, save yourself some 10% percentages on your way there. But actually, before we do that, I think I want to talk about my recent purchases. Now, I think, Sarah, this is going to be new for some of you. Some of these might be new for you. And this is not great. It's always never great when you have to tell your significant other that you've bought, or you're just financially in debt because of plastic men. And it's often when he brings home 6 figures a month. Stupid. Very stupid. Anyway, I have on the way the new Defining Moments pack. I think it's the 4-pack. With LA Knight, Kane, CM Punk, and Rob Van Dam, which is a freaking exciting one. That's the only way you can get that new CM Punk Elite, is if you get it in a 4-pack, or you have to wait like 2 or 3 months.
Wow.
I'm not doing that. You know how much of a fan of CM Punk I am? I'm not freaking doing that, dude. Anyway, it's too smexy to pass up. It's the pipe bomb attire. It's like kind of a need. It's not a need, it's a want, it's a must. And honestly, if I don't want like the other 3 in the pack, which I don't really need the other 3, I'm freaking what they call this? What do they call this, Sarah? A flip. Okay? I'm gonna flip it on the aftermarket because that might be pretty funny. I don't know. This is what she has to deal with all the time, by the way. Use code ICON, save 10%. Anyway, another thing I have on the way, which is one more before we get into the news here. I got the Briscoes 2-pack, Mark and Jay Briscoe, the Ring of Honor Vault exclusive, Jazzwares Vault exclusive, I should say, right? By AEW, by Jazzwares, all that fun stuff. Finally freaking have those on the way. I was waiting patiently for those. One of my most anticipated sets of the year. Hands freaking down. I've said it on record many a time. I love them to bits, okay? Do you like Mark Briscoe? He goes, yeah! And all that fun stuff. Either redneck kung fu or whatever he calls it. It's a fun time. But without further ado,
Warning!
let's get into the news of this week. This is a mess already. And I love it. And you love it as well. Like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. And click the link in the description to see what Bullet Club John Cena we have next. And starting off this episode, we're going to be talking about, we saw this, I think, revealed the other day. by Jazz Wes. And I don't know if you have any connection to this by chance, Sarah, but this is Mr. Brodie Lee. Before he was Mr. Brodie Lee, this is I recognize this era as CZW when he was just freaking absolutely just going through probably every I don't know weapon known to man. It was kind of nuts. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure on these head scans, but we will get on. It comes with another head scan. Okay. So just hold your freaking boxes and briefs. What? What do you have to deal with this? This is so awful. Anyway, but it comes with some premium soft goods included. Okay, then. Okay, I see you. And I actually do prefer this head scan that we're seeing on this one rather than this head scan. I think someone said it looks like Jason Lee, which I don't know if you know, Sarah, but you know, like, oh, it's that freaking show. It's like Earl or something like that. I think it's called Earl. You ever know that show? Ever mind? Anyway, never mind. Never mind, I'll find someone like Jason Lee. But yeah, I think this is like a pretty cool release, especially if you're a fan of the time. Obviously, this is, you know, sporting that Ring of Honor look, but, you know, he did... It's like that Luke Harper look almost. You can even go for in that regard. You can throw in like an updated Brodie Lee head sculpt and you can have like a Luke Harper there. Or even just have the Jason Lee one on, if you really freaking like. And yeah, I don't know. I like how like the what would you call this, Sarah? Would you call it like they're not tea towels, are they?
Bandanas.
Yeah, they look like bandanas wrapped around his wrist. I like how that all looks with the cloth goods. I don't know, the cloth goods. Isn't it funny whenever anyway, cloth goods is just hilarious. Moving on, I do want to talk about when it does go up for pre-order, and that is the 25th of September. So this month, baby, in a few days, I do believe, from when you're watching this. Maybe you're watching this in the future, who knows? Maybe you're watching this right now, but if you are watching this right now, pre-orders do go up 25th September. Jazzwares Vault is where you can get it. I believe they do ship to United States, Canada, and I think the UK. And I don't think they ship really anywhere else for the moment. Australia is just getting shafted. It's kind of nuts.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I had to wait so long for the Briscoes 2-pack. I waited until they popped up on eBay. Freaking Edward Bay. Okay, who is that? That's what I want to know, man. God damn. Oh, wow. Anyway, moving on. We have... I want to get your thoughts on these because I thought these looked so funny. So, Sarah knows me, and Sarah, you know I like my plushies a little bit too much. I like wrestling figures and I like plushies. Something's severely wrong with me. Okay, someone say yeah. Anyway, but what do you think of these?
Yeah, not great.
Look, I kind of I like the drawings on them. Like the illustrations themselves aren't bad, but it's kind of funny how like if you get into like the nooks and crannies, like this Cody one here, it kind of looks like he has like Adam Cole eyes. Like he doesn't look like he has full eyes. If that makes any sense. Like I think because he's wrapped around like a whole plush thing. I don't really know what's going on there. It would be kind of funny to have these in the background, honestly. But I'm probably not gonna. But I don't know if I'm really in the market for these ones. They do retail for I think 16-inch and a 22-inch version, and they also have a 7-inch version. The 7-inch version is the smallest of all of these. They're like $29.99, I believe. And then you're getting up to the 16-inch is like $60, and then the 22-inch is $90, dude. What would you do if I spent $90 on a 22-inch freaking LA Knight plushie? What would be your honest reaction?
A bit worse than when you spent $40 on that plushie right there.
I did spend $40 on a Matt Cardona plushie, and it's right. It is right behind me there. I don't know if you guys can freaking see it, but if you can, I'm sorry, Matt Cardona. It looks cool. in my. I really should have gotten a micro brawler. Like they're for collectors. I'm so dumb. I don't want to talk about it right now. Anyway, but like $90 for this is kind of nuts. I'm imagining this is like probably a bit bigger than that Mark Cardona like wrestling buddy that I do have. I think the artist is Nolanium. I can't even freaking say that, I don't think. But shout out to them. I actually do follow them and they're really talented. And so that's like my final thoughts on it, man. You can if you are actually interested in these, they are called big shots, okay? And they're partnered with WWE. And the pre-orders do ship on October 15th. Get them on their website if you really do. Freaking what? I'm not. Why? I'm not. Anyway, speaking of pre-order shipping out, Sarah, I don't know if you've seen these, but yeah,
No.
that's a genuine pop from you. This is from the Iron Claw movie. Zac Efron as Kevin Von Erich. Now, when we spent time over in Florida visiting Sarah's family, actually, because that's where they reside, if you will, we actually spent some time and we watched this in the cinema there, the theater. And it was a great movie. Actually, I was like, oh my God, I'm tearing up. This is fantastic. They made a commemorative wrestling figure for it. First off, what made you laugh the most seeing this?
I feel like
Just
it's
the fact
the
that
body.
The body?
I don't know. I feel like because wrestling figures usually have like those shoes or whatever, or the boots.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of naked.
Yeah, true. This is true, yeah. Look, it does feel very naked in that regard.
Yeah.
But I think that was the Von Erichs, man. They like to get their nake on, as they call it. No, but the jacket is pretty nice. I do like the jacket, but that's just like a soft goods jacket. Nothing too important. Hey, soft goods jackets might be the most important thing to you out there. And more power to you if that's the case. But I think the packaging is cool on this. I think the only reason why I would get it, or maybe a collector would get it, is to keep it in the packaging, because it's like you actually went to the A24 website and like I think ordered it through the A24 website, in which we're big fans of A24. We love their movies, cinema, if you will, as the kids say. But yeah, it was something that you ordered through there. Anyway, those pre-orders are shipping out. I'm pretty sure Magic almost freaking got one in his hands now, and he was like, it's kind of small, lol. Yeah, so be wary of that, if you will. I'm saying that so much. I feel like Dusty Rhodes this episode, man. Moving on, I want to talk about possibly. Oh damn it! So guys, the reason I say oh damn it is because I forgot to mention this in my purchases bit. I got this Seth Rollins. It's fine, dude. It's fine. I'll just make it. Money grows on trees, right? Money's made out of paper, and paper's made out of trees.
Isn't Australia going cashless?
Don't tell me about it. Anything Australia is doing. Australia's going cashless. I don't even want to talk about it. Anyway, this is inspired off of. I'm not sure if you do know, but I can get it up right now. But it's inspired off of Elton John. And I don't know if that's quite obvious to you or not.
Yeah, I can see it.
You can see it. Look, this is. I have it up on another slide, but yeah, that's what it's inspired off. And it actually turned out really nice in my opinion. And the reason why I was so hyped on this for a long time as well is because I remember I had Steve on here interviewing Steve Oza from Mattel Action Figure Attack, and he was like, we just got licensor approval for the Fan Takeover series Seth Rollins. And I was like, I didn't cough for one, but I was like, well, licensor approval, that only means the Elton John attire. So that's the one that obviously won. And then here we go, boom, shakalaka, as they say. And so, yeah, I got one on the way, and I'm very excited for it, dude. The feathers are so freaking pretty. Already a contender for figure of the year, just like accessories and all, in my humble opinion. What do you think of that?
It is a really cool figure with all the accessories and everything. I think just Seth Rollins, I don't know, his attire is like a pet peeve of mine because it's always giving like it's trying really hard to be like avant-garde, but it's giving like Project Runway 2010. It's always like slightly outdated.
That's kind of funny. That's gonna make Muscle Bro Figs very upset, and you know, me too. No, I'm just kidding. Look, if some of them are kind of like try hardy a little bit, like when it comes to that kind of. Like I remember he wore. Do you remember like the really big what is it? The rubber red boots that Kanye was wearing for a little bit. I think he wore those on a Raw and like all that shit. Like I'm not surprised he did that because he's like the fashion guy in WWE. But yeah, that's.
It always looks like your undergrad like fashion major final project or something.
Yeah, not this one because it's Elton John. Because Elton John,
not this one.
Elton John is kind of the GOAT a little bit. Some would say.
Fair.
It's quite orange. Look, it's orange. It's giving Orange Cassidy a run for his name, in my humble opinion. No, I'm just kidding. But I am excited for this, and yeah, boppity boopity. Probably gonna review this on the channel as well. So stay tuned for that. You freaking cave dwellers, you. Anyway, I'm so sorry that you guys didn't deserve that. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. No. New photos of Ultimate Edition Series 23 featuring LA Knight, Dominic Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio have dropped. And I do like these quite... you know, I have mixed opinions as we'll get into them. And I want to hear all your opinions in the chat, in the comments down below on these figures as well. First thing I want to talk about. Oh, also, if you do want to get them right now, they are in stock. Wrestling Collector Shop does have them, and I believe Ringside Collectibles should be getting them in any day now. Freaking use code ICON, save 10%, all that fun jazz. But this is Dominic Mysterio based off of his WrestleMania, I want to say 39 entrance. I believe it was that Hollywood WrestleMania, right? Yeah, and that was last year. I don't know. Who freaking knows anymore? Too many numbers. Too little time, as I say. But he does come with handcuffs, a nice trench coat, a kind of Rey Mysterio mask with his like kind of like just his face, I guess, if you will. I do like that fun stuff. And commemorative of the match, I believe it was a one-on-one match, and it was Rey versus Dominic. And this is what it is right here. I think that's really cool that you can get that in this one Ultimate Edition like wave. And one thing I do want to note about this Rey Mysterio as well, this belt here, Sarah, I don't know if you knew this, but in the middle of the match, because they're father and son, right? Mm-hmm. Rey is obviously Dominic's father. Rey got his own belt and just started whipping Dominic, like belting him like a dad would, I guess.
Like a dad would.
Like a dad would. And it was completely allowed, and it was hilarious. And it was a big, I think, probably the highlight of the match, if anything. But anyway, I think this looks really, really cool. If anything, I don't know. I remember people saying like, "What's with the mask shape? It looks so weird." And it's based off of Great Muta. I don't know if people aren't aware, but it is based off of Great Muta. Okay, the some people say the GOAT. Do you know the Great Muta? Well, not the GOAT to Sarah. Okay, and that's a damn fact, Jack. And I'll end it like this. Okay, that's a Jeff Hardy reference. Shout out if you know that. But yeah, this attire is pretty cool. But one figure I do know I am getting out of this just because of articulation-wise, freaking LA Knight. Oh my god! But look at how funny this head. Look at how funny this head scan is, real quick. So I don't know what it is, but honestly, like since the basic figure that they released of him, I don't think they like nailed the likeness in the face and the. Not too sure. Like the yelling scan isn't too bad, especially when you have the sunglasses on. It doesn't look awful. But you know, the one that's on the body on the right photo makes me want to burp. And some may think that's a good thing. Some may think that's a bad thing. You're getting a lot of interchangeable hands though with this one. I do like what you're getting. I do like the freaking white boots as well. I do like the vest, the shirt, the The fact that you do get a lot of options with the heads is really cool, but I am going to be head swap city, baby. Oh my God. Straight up. Boom, dude. I get this out of the freaking package, rip it out of it, freaking, and the head comes right off, dude. And I'm putting that basic head right on, okay? Or I'm sorry, main event, they call it nowadays. I don't know if you knew that, but the basic line is now called main event.
Oh, okay.
The main event line. Pretty
Right on.
right on. Sarah 2024. Right on. Dude, that's I think the title of this episode. Right on. Figure Friday episode 44. But no, I do actually like this figure a lot, and more talking on the attire, I believe he might have faced Roman in this attire, which is why I might like it a lot. I remember him just wearing a lot of silver and red and all that fun stuff around this era. So that's mainly why I do want to like grab this one. I know he's sporting a lot more red though. But you know, now he had the freaking silver and yellow and all that fun stuff, okay? And it is not too bad when you do get like the pose and everything when he's doing. Can you do that? Do you want to try?
Do I want to try? Not really, but I will.
Dude, you did it. Well, that. Yeah, dude, she did it. Okay. You're an LA Knight fan. You're the biggest LA Knight fan. You're as big as an LA Knight fan as I am. Yeah. And that's actually quite large. That's quite large, actually. Anyway, speaking of large, he's a large man, LA Knight. Get him while you can. No, I am going to be getting this one, though. I won't lie. Okay. That's another reason why I might sell that Defining Moments LA Knight when I do get it in hand. Just because, you know, I should say flip. Just because this is like pretty much the same attire, basically. So you can hold out on that Defining Moments Elite if you guys do want to. But yeah, I do not think that is too bad. Moving on, we got new photos. I do not think that is too bad. Is that what you're laughing at? But I do not think that is too bad. With my freaking monocle. Where is it? My top hat. That's what I feel like I need. New photos of WWE Elite from the Vault Series 3 featuring CM Punk, Yokozuna, Shawn Michaels, and Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Now, dude, you saw Hulk Hogan in real life.
Yeah.
Was that the best night of your life?
It was.
don't go on record saying that. No, I'm
the best night of my life was when someone sang Weird Al in front of him.
Dude, yeah, so we were
in an Amish paradise.
I'm pretty sure, you know, this has been well documented on Figure Friday, but, you know, Sarah and I went to Florida. Obviously, okay? Anyway, we saw Hulk Hogan at his beach shop, and because he was doing karaoke nights there, and someone did Weird Al, living in an Amish paradise in front of Hulk Hogan. And that was the funniest sight to see ever. You guys should have been there. Just saying. Photos of this CM Punk now. What do you think of this CM Punk now? I don't know if I might have shown you this segment. If I did, it would have been freaking yonks ago, if that is the case. But I do remember when this happened. I think he lost a hair versus hair match with, was it Rey Mysterio or something like that? Don't quote me on that. It could be right, could be wrong. A bada bing, bitty bong. That's what I think about that. This is so stupid. What am I rhyming for? Anyway, and then Big Show, freaking, I remember he took he freaking took the mask off like that. And I remember watching that so vividly, man. That is like among one of my earliest like wrestling memories. It's not my earliest wrestling memory, I don't think, but it is among some of the earliest that I have. And it is Big Show taking this mask off, this luchador mask off CM Punk, revealing his bald, ugly, nasty, disgusting, shiny head, man. Ugh. No, that was the whole point of the storyline. CM Punk like had the really, really long hair when he was like a cult leader, you know?
Yeah.
This is so fun. This is the best episode. Because I have this is the best episode. But yeah, takes off the mask, shows his hideous bald head. Unlike freaking people like Bill McKenna or Steve Oza, they have a beautiful bald head, okay? CM Punk's hideous bald head. And I remember when this first, because this is from the Vault series, right? So when the first official figure of this is a re-release series. When the first figure came out, that was the first figure that had short hair CM Punk. Because I think at that point, he had only had the long hair, and the only figures of that had come out. And by that point, he had just rocked the, short hair, and then became completely heel and all that fun stuff. When CM Punk kind of kicked it into next gear, in my humble opinion. But yeah, dude, I remember that was like a hot commodity for that reason. And now people are upset because they have that original figure. And they're like, well, what the hell am I going to do with that now? What do you think of that? What do you think of people getting no, it's not. That's a stupid. It's a dumb question. It's not a dumb question. It's a stupid question. When will you wear wigs? Is the only thing I will say. Moving on. When it comes crunching time. Anyway, that's oh man. This is something. This is Hulk Hogan, isn't it? This single figures retail for $27.99, except for the Yokozuna chase in this set, which is $39.99. Lovely that. This set will ship late November, I believe, is the shipping date for right now. And the only way you can get the CM Punk in this set is just like the defining moments, which is kind of freaking ridiculous. You have to order the whole set in order to get this CM Punk. Until, it's probably delayed until whenever, which is kind of nuts. Anyway, okay, I remember now. So Hogan fatigue is a thing. That's an actual like freaking figure term now. I think that's quite funny.
That is funny.
Hogan fatigue. People are just so sick. I mean, well, they do sell like crazy, and I'm kind of, oopsie. Hey, look, if there's a unique one that I don't have, I might freaking pick it up. I remember that Legends one with the freaking white singlet with the purple and yellow cape that I got in America, and that was a cool one. I remember that one. I was obsessed with that one for like a good few weeks, honestly. Good few weeks. Anyway.
Was that one in the carry-on?
Yeah, that one I put in the carry-on, dude. He had to fly with the cape. No, I'm just kidding. But this one is an easy skip for me. Another one in the set, I believe this might be based off of like, don't quote me on it, maybe the defining moments from back in the day. Don't quote me on it, I say. Hey. But this is a really, really cool Shawn Michaels figure. Pretty sure he's mocking, The Undertaker with this one, him kind of being the light to The Undertaker's dark. And I think that's quite cool. You giggled a little bit, Shawn Michaels. You thinking about RVD?
A little bit, yeah.
If you get that, if you know, you know, and that's an if you know, you know moment. But if you know, this figure is from that one match with The Undertaker. I think this is freaking fantastic. This is a great looking figure. It's very, very clean. I love the hits of gold on it, especially. I think like on the trousers, on the pantaloons, if you will. It comes off very great. I like the finish of it too. The head scan's not bad for it, So next figure in the set, freaking Yokozuna, and you're smiling. I see you smiling
because I remember the other photo you showed me.
Yeah, I remember I showed Sarah the photo, the back shot, if you will, of Yokozuna in this set. He has a dumpy, man. Damn. Anyway, sorry, I can't speak ill. I don't want to speak ill of Yokozuna, but good respect. Dude, holy shit. I think I've got a dumpy, but like seeing that, it's opened my eyes a little bit. But, this is we've seen Yokozunas like this, many a time. They're not new. He just had an Ultimate Edition that came out, and this looks like an Ultimate Edition body, honestly. So it's quite funny. It's like kind of got that half like ab articulation like an Ultimate Edition, and it's an Elite series. So, get those Yokozunas out, I guess. Anyway, moving on. Oh, yeah, he also has a chase in the set, and I believe it's like a white instead of the black pants, if you will. But, moving on, I want to talk about the new WWE Legends 25 series featuring Bret Hart, Sid Vicious, Ravishing Rick Rude, and Justin Hawk Bradshaw, baby, JBL. So that's my kind of bread and butter of JBL. I love when he was just freaking clotheslining people and looking like a cowboy with a freaking bull rope, baby. What's wrong with me? Anyway, This is not a bad Bret Hart figure, you know. I don't mind it too much. It's not coming with anything special, just like a title, some shades as well. He's looking like a good old Nick Storm cosplayer. If I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna call Bret Hart a Nick Storm cosplayer. It's the other way around, baby. But you know, this is looking not too bad as a standalone elite. The color of I like the saturated pink. I don't think it looks too bad. You're a big fan of the color pink from memory, so.
It's nice. Decent color pink.
Yeah. You heard it here first. That's an expert opinion, by the way. I don't know if you guys should feel lucky. I'm kind of like in awe at that response. So you guys should feel like that as well. Sid Vicious moving on. Dude, RIP, I just want to say straight off the bat, because we lost him, I believe, like a few weeks ago, and it was just like out of nowhere. It was completely like, it shocked me a little bit. But you know, like kind of like to bring it up a little bit, I guess this is cool that you can commemorate, you know, his life, his career, if you like, in this like newer release, which is so like around the corner and not even all the way to California, which is great. You know, this is like it's probably, in my opinion, Sid's best like elite release. It just like reminds me of Sid just so much, and of that era of like, was it WrestleMania 8? Was it WrestleMania? I only ask her because I know she doesn't know, and I'm like, it's funny. But yeah, you know, it's a pretty great Sid. It comes with the title as well. Dude, this Bret Hart comes with the title as well. This might be the world title wave, baby. The world title wave. Whoa, title wave, brother. Title wave, dude. Moving on. Justin Hawk Bradshaw. This is cool. Do you know who JBL is? He's like that loudmouth. Motherfucker, you can't talk to me. He's like, I'm a big man. Yeah, he's like, he's a. For people who don't know, it's from Rob Van Dam's Shoot interview. Go watch it. But yeah, he's a cowboy now. He's popping up around in promotions again, like just like doing like he's just showing up, clotheslining people, and just fucking off. It's so funny. He's popping up in like so many different promotions now, and he's on like a WWE Legends deal. I love him. Shout out to JBL. He's so funny. But you know, this is like a great release as well, in my opinion. I do like the tassels that coming off. Look at that. That's like some nice like craftsmanship. I like how they look, like how the pleather looks as well on the jacket. And it's always nice to get a bull rope accessory, which is like a unique weapon in my opinion. It's always a cool weapon as well. Like it's one of my favorite. If I'm like just messing around in my ring and I'm just like, you know, screwing around with figures, it's fun. You know, tie a bull rope to one hand and a bull rope to the other on the other. Yeah, it's a fun time, dude. Okay, trust me. And if you get this Justin freaking Hawk Bradshaw, whatever his name is, you're gonna have a fun time doing it. Okay, hey, but don't quote me on that. Also, I think the first time we're getting that elbow pad on his left arm, if you can see on the photo with the white background, that's the first time we're getting that elbow pad in the color brown, probably molded. So yeah, fun fact, right? I don't know if that matches for other people, but glory days, glory be, hallelujah, praise be. I don't know what those sort of people say, you know. But if that's what they say, moving on to Rick Rude. Rick Rude, dude. Richard Rude. Richard. Numero uno. Look at his pants, man. You can just get lost looking at his pants. The deco design is so cool on all these like Rick Rude figures. I believe he has a chase in the set as well. Also, this title belt, I believe it's like the WCW hardcore. No. Heavyweight title, hardcore. Even you smiled. You were like, "That's freaking wrong, you idiot." And you're Sarah. And yeah, dude. Anyway, that's the highest praise, honestly. But dude, this is like the newly sculpted WCW World Heavyweight title, and it's coming with this Rick Rude and also the chase as well on the set. And I think this looks freaking fantastic. You know, you could probably, I wonder if you can pass this off for like, you know, just your WWE World Heavyweight, big gold, I guess they call it, right? It probably does have like the WCW logo unscripted on it, but I think this looks fantastic. And honestly, I prefer this which is the chase, I believe, in the set. I prefer these pants a lot, just because it's like America the fuck out, you know what I mean? There's like an eagle, there's the flag all over it, there's his face. He has his own face on his tights, which is hilarious, which I think he had like back in the day. It was maybe like the same way Rob Van Dam's artist would do his singlets, you know, sort of like air spray, maybe not, I don't know, whatever they call that. So this is just a really funny attire, and you get that freaking thing as well. I wonder when these are going to be dropping as well. I think these, the pre-orders, the psyops, this guys, the Target exclusive psyops go up for pre-order in November. Yeah, so look up for them, and just look out in your stores as well, on your Targets, okay, locally, because they might be there. They might be hiding away. Moving on, I want to talk all about this because I think I even showed you a little bit of it when I saw it initially, because I thought it was really, really cool. And I also do want to dude, it's so there we go. It's just so dark here now. But I do want to just talk about this because I think it's like a Diamond Select Toys. Diamond Select Toy. Cool. Yes, that's what it is. DiamondSelectToys.com has a cool little cheeky Danhausen figure, dude. Not a Danhausen figure. I guess it's like a statue, if you will. And they are up for pre-order now, the 20th of September. So you can grab them right this freaking second. Or because it's up to you. You have the choice. And if you do one or the other, it's literally up to you. I contractually can't do anything about it. You weren't here today on this Figure Friday is all I'm saying, okay? But if you do want to keep an eye on this one, DiamondSelectToys.com. Grab this one. This is a really, really cool. I think there's a lot of detail that goes actually into the statue. You have like a cool little like merchandise mask that they were selling at the shows. His little jar of teeth on a travel case as well, which is cool. His actual Doc Martens, which are sick. I own like a couple pairs of Doc Martens, and they're pretty accurate. They look pretty accurate to me. Maybe just, you know, color it up on the bottom with that yellow or freaking brown or whatever they use. Whatever. Doc Martens fan, Doc Martens owners, freaking, you get me up there, okay? Up there. What am I talking about? Travel case, mask, teeth. I just like how this looks, man. And would you get mad at me if I bought this?
How much is it?
You know what? We can check that right now at DiamondSelectToys.com. We can check how much it actually is right this freaking second. I'm seeing John Wick, but where is Danhausen? There's a lot of questions on my mind right this second, and I have all the time in the world. This one is $59.99. It's a $60. Okay, USD.
I'm shocked. With that amount of detail, I thought it would be one of those crazy like $300 ones that you see of like the Avengers and stuff.
Oh, those are ridiculous. Yeah, those ones, I do know what you're talking about. The $300. We see those in stores a lot. They're like behind the glass cases in the stores, you know, like you can't touch them or anything. You can't even get a little sneeze on them. Okay, and that's what this looks like. It has that much detail in it. I believe Diamond Select Toys have also done this with like a CM Punk in the past, I should say. Maybe like John Moxley, a Chris Jericho as well. I think this one might be the best. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put my money. I'm putting my money on it, even maybe that this one might be the best out of all of them. And I might be completely biased because I'm a Danhausen fan. And oops, if I am, oops, you know. Okay, can you blame me? Yes, you can blame me. Anyway. Moving on, talking about boom. Yeah, get a big boom, dude. Yeah, where's Big Justice and what is his name? Anyway, AJ. Anyway, moving on. I want to talk about this. Sorry, guys, I'm getting it up. Okay, can you tell I'm stalling? Yes, it's so obvious. Extreme Sets have a new Hasbro retro animated style figure arena pop-up diorama. Whoa, a lot of freaking. That felt like a Naruto title right there. That was so many letters and names and just words in general. This will be a limited run, and it's coming soon for pre-order on Extreme Sets if you guys do want to go over there and get yourself your little pre-orders in. I actually do like Extreme Sets and what they do offer. I think these are pretty cool as well. It looks like they use like AI Pixar, like little people for like the crowd. More power to them. Save your money, I guess. Go for it. Yeah, sure thing, right? Anyway, go up freaking. I think you can save 15% as well with discount code MBG1211. So shout out to Matt Goldberg Matt Goldberg. That's your new name, buddy. Matt Goldberg. Shush. I can't believe it. Dude. Count how many stutters and stammers I've done this one episode. Freaking you can't. You lose count, by the way. It's a spoiler. It's a spoiler. But yeah, I do think these look really, really nice and epic and feng shui. Yep, I said it. I think they look feng shui. And I also think this thing looks feng shui. And I'm talking about my new pickups, I guess, that I got in the mail most recently. Okay, if you guys have been keeping up with the past Figure Fridays last week, I mentioned that I got a few figures from Unmatched Series 10 from AEW, including this one, Kenneth by God Omega from his match with Bryan Danielson, I believe. Do you remember that match?
Vaguely.
Yeah, it's a pretty banger. It's not I haven't seen it in a hot minute, but I remember the last time I watched it, I was like, I can't believe they went to a draw. But also, this is like freaking cinema a little bit. And I think, like, what was it? The Unmatched, I don't remember the series. Maybe it was 5 or something like that. Bryan Danielson, which was the first Danielson to come out. I think that's matching this Kenny Omega. So there you go. If you do have that one, you can match it, which is pretty cool. And if you're noticing this, dude, because you might be, I drew a little beard. I drew a little beard. Painted a little beard on this, if you will. I completed it just because I like this head scan. I don't know. I like the complete beard look. And honestly, if you have that original Supreme Kenny Omega, okay, with the more accurate head, put that on this freaking attire, and that looks amazing. That looks a little bit smacksy, if I'm being completely honest. And if you're still keeping up with me, because dude, I'm not. Spoiler alert. No, if you've been keeping up with the last week's episode as well, I also got this Adam Copeland figure. Wow is all I'll say about this figure. Just kidding. I'll talk about how I feel about this. So I originally never opened it because the head scan was so misprinted. The eyes were on the eyelids. It was one of those, you know. I'm pretty sure people out there, I'm sure you all get me, okay? If you got the eyes printed on the eyelids, you might understand my pain here, okay? But you know, I fixed it up. I painted it a little bit as well, and I actually fixed it, and it made it not worse for wear. I made it worse for wear. No, I fixed it up, and I made sure I canceled that refund, and I was like, okay, I can just live with this. But one thing I can't live with, just kidding, I can live with it. It's just plastic toys. But one thing I am excited about, like when I get other Adam Copeland figures, is because these tattoos are just like rubbing off. Like I'm not even touching the figure mostly, and there used to be like a whole flaming like star there, or whatever Adam Copeland has there. He used to have that forearm tattoo here. It's kind of fading away. It's yeah, man. So that's a little depressing, honestly, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, that was like such a like. It's a little depressing, isn't it? Yes.
They all say it's depressing.
They all say it's depressing.
Everyone's saying it.
Everyone's saying it's depressing. The people in Springfield are depressing. If you get that, shout out to you, I guess. But yeah, no. This is it's just funny, man. I don't know. I wish it didn't happen. I guess I can ignore it, you know, especially if you put like a shirt on it. But why do you want to put a shirt on it if you want to do wrestling attire with it? So I might just like honestly savor this head and maybe put it on like an elite freaking edge or whatever, you know, and then just like change the torso to be like a Cesaro elite torso from way back when, or whatever the case. Okay, because I think that might be my best case scenario when it comes to that. But I think with that being said, I want to thank you for watching this 4th episode of Figure Friday. I almost forgot what number episode we're on. And I also want to thank Sarah for hopping on. Thank you, Sarah. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, Sarah also does have her own little Instagram if you do want to follow her. It's at Night Shift Customs. Yeah. When's the last time you posted on that? No, I'm just kidding. Couple of years, dude. Should we bring it out of hiatus? What do you guys think? Let us know if Sarah should bring her account out of hiatus start posting wrestling figure content again. You can just use my ring if you want as well. Not even... You have your... Guys, she made a full love heart ring. You guys gotta check it out on her page, seriously. It's some of the best. It's some of the best. It's maybe the best. It's... No, but it is really great. She put her heart and soul into it, if you will. No, but guys, if you do want to follow me as well, at NickStormReview, everywhere you gosh darn can. And with that being said, dude, I freaking appreciate you guys a ton. And I'll see you all when I'm freaking looking at you next. Bye-bye. Did you enjoy this stream? Well, good, because after this stream ends, make sure to go onto my channel and binge watch every single one of my videos, because they're guaranteed a good chuckle or two. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye!
Nick Storm, the Australian